And we are live. Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the usual Sunday stream. I hope we're all doing well. If you're watching this after the fact, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual YouTuber stuff. And if you're in chat, do say hello. And I am just going to get a few things done while I'm waiting for people to drop by. Yeah, that could do with a bit more smoothing out. Yeah, that'll do. So, continuing on with our Japanese-inspired national park today. Let's see what we can make of it. I think... yeah. That'll do. Need to continue this fence line on. Keep the double fencing. And chat is very quiet, so I assume everyone has forgotten it's stream day. That's a disappointment. Oh well. Hello, Bluebird. At least I know one person is here. I was beginning to get a bit worried. And Dinosaur King, hello. Right now, we have our 3 Giganotosaurus. All looking nice and threatening there. We have our Dippies, who have been napping the entire time, along with our Styracosaurus, and what else is in here? I know something else is in here. Oh, the Huangosaurus are in here as well. And we have our Liopleurodons, naturally, in our aquatic enclosure. So, I know you do Dinosaur King, but I don't like the Dominion Giga, so I'm happy with keeping mine as it is until a better mod comes out. So, I need to think about how I'm going to expand the park, because this is all not leveled or anything, so everything is a bit work in progress still. What is this bug? This is my Japanese-inspired Daisetsuzan, which is a national park in Japan, which looked very lovely in the picture I saw of it, and thought, you know what, I'm going to build a dinosaur park there. So I am. Of course, one must always flatten all the terrain before you start doing anything. Let's add that new pterosaur. Oh, you mean the one that was added with the Cretaceous, We need Pinocchio Rex for Japan, but why do we need Pinocchio Rex for a Japanese park? Pinocchio Rex is Chinese. But that new pterosaur with the weird name beginning with D, yes. I'm sure we can put that in here. I wasn't sure where to put the aviaries. I was thinking about having them initially over here, but I'm thinking I'm going to change that. I'm thinking I might have one sort of in the background here. Or maybe over here. Maybe hidden behind that tree line. Dinosaur King, did you just get China and Japan confused? Because if you did, I'm glad there's no one in the chat who is from Japan to be insulted by that. Terrible, Dinosaur King. Terrible. No, there's not a single Japanese dinosaur in the game yet. No. To be fair to the Japanese, they don't have many dinosaur species, so it's going to be quite rare for us to get a Japanese one. But we might do. Hello, Stabster. Oh really? Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing... I have noticed that when in the modding side of things for JWE2, it's been quite quiet. We haven't really had anything, so... I am looking forward to actually getting some mods come out for it. Now, if I'm going to have the aviary here, let's put in the aviary first. And we will go with the... I think we'll go with the glass dome one, this. And the rule is that the parts connect between the arrows, so... Just noticed it looks a bit like a Space Invader. It's an unusual shape, but I want something to have of a bit of an unusual shape to it. Yeah, I like that. It is a huge aviary. But I think there's something very cruel and mean about aviaries that are really very tiny and don't really have enough room to design as well. And the other problem is, of course, the hatchery has to go in here somewhere. Yes, I know, path not connected. Shut up. I do apologise, by the way, I am still recovering from the cold I caught before Christmas, so I apologise for the coughs. So that path needs to be joined up to this main one. I also need to figure out how to get the main path. I kind of feel like I wanted that higher. Or this lower. I think we're going to have another layer of shops. And such along here, perhaps. And then I want something. Let's see. Where am I going to have the viewing galleries? How far in does that have to go? Maybe the cage one would work better, actually. No, see, the cage one, it's not technically outside. Same problem with this one as well. To get the whole viewing tower actually in there, it's going to be impossible. Unless there's bits sticking at the top of this, isn't there? Let's see if we can put that one roughly level. And then combine it with, say, a bigger one than that. Bigger one than that. Hello, Fallout. Can you have the Tropio with the second with the crest and the Avio with the Pinocchio Rex? I'm not going to put the Pinocchio Rex in here with them. Don't be silly. The only problem is that looks really obvious because of all the bins and stuff behind. And there's no way to really hide those unless I put rocks and stuff down. Let's put that there. How does it look from the other side? You know what? I don't think that actually looks too half bad on that side.
I'm assuming what you meant to say was not too half bad.
Yeah, we'll stick with that. One of these days you'll do a biodome. One of these days you'll stop trying to convince me to build dinosaur battling arenas. Is this still trying to... Do I go the straight path? I think for now that looks good. Now I would kind of like to be able to put some trees down either side. Of course, because we don't have the individual placeable trees, and just like Evo, I am not going to stop mentioning it at every time I can get. Give me back my trees, you bastards, you bastards, you bastards. What's happened there? That's not... That's not dead center, is it? That's why. I'm hoping that should be enough room for some trees. One of these days I'll actually finish another Jurassic World Evolution 2 Park. Stop that. Ah! Yes, that's the feels. Gotta finish the parks before starting another one. Right. So let's put in some trees down here. And we'll go with the ginkgos. This is good. Bit annoyed that one won't go in right there. Really? Just put one in there. Will any of you put one in there? Actually, that'll do. I don't mind that. Those ones, right? Try to be careful with the layering. I don't want to get rid of too many ginkgos. But that looks alright. I'm happy with that. Apart from that obvious ginkgo there. Hello Aries, welcome to the stream. So Carnivore has won out in the poll. So we're going to need to figure out where to put another carnivore paddock as well. So potentially, not sure. I have to think about that. Of course, the real question is, what carnivore would people want to see put in? Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, and then we want this bit on a higher level to the rest of this area. So let's dig this down a bit. Just have that there for now. Yeah. And we could potentially have another carnivore over here. Make this sort of carnivore alley. Yeah. I want to try and keep this mountain over here. This is fine. Could potentially put a carnivore behind this mountain. Nah, we won't do that. We'll put the carnivore in another deformation down here. And I think what we might do is have a monorail station at this end. And have the monorail station go sort of around this way, forming the back end of the park. And we'll just make this an avenue with lots of shops, so I think. So, if we're having a carnivore, what carnivore do people think? Carnotaurus, says Dinosaur King. For it is always Carnotaurus with Dinosaur King. Seriously, I don't really care for the Carnotaurus that much. It's an interesting carnivore for the horns, but yeah, Cerato I think potentially is a good potential. Something a little less threatening. I think we'll go with Cerato. I think what I want to do is have shops facing the enclosure on that side. I'm hoping that's enough. It is. Although they would look a bit meh from the back. Unless we did the old combine two smalls together. Yes. difficult. Let's put in a path about there. No, that was a bit too far. That looks to be almost perfect. There. Yes. And then we'll have a little gap. And so on and so forth. Your guests are complaining about a lack of They always have something to complain about. They're never bloody happy. Now these guys are quite small, so I don't want to use a massively chunky fence. Something like that would probably do. But first I'm going to have to tidy up these edges. Otherwise the fence won't be straight and it will annoy me. So how's everyone's weekend been? Have you all been up to anything fun? I regret missing Evo's stream last night. I've been had guests around, so. Ugh, you. Line up. Ugh. It's going to be a big enclosure. Blimey. We always do a viewing area at this end. And if we are having a monorail over here, we can... Oof. That'll do. So, what should Ceratosaurus Enclosure look like? I feel like having a bit of a mound in the center. That's potentially a bit high. Make it redwood. Can do something. I feel like making this stand out a bit as well with maybe some monorail art. Perfect. Just realised Ceratosaurus is probably going to climb up every side of this, so let's just smooth all of it. Let's have another little lower section at this end of the park. For the water. Oof. I've never understood why the water only levels to every 2 or 3 levels. It's just... why wouldn't it just put it on the level where you put it? I mean, how difficult can that be? Also just realised it's probably going to ruin my attempts to... yep. So ruined my perfectly level fence. See, I kind of like the fact that the water stays now if you do the landscaping afterwards. I just wish that it worked similarly the other way around as well, that your water wouldn't affect the landscape. There again, if it was that way around, Evo would not. Sorry, Evo would not be able to use it to level out her terrain, and that would probably be a bit of a hated alteration, I should think. Right, we got our pond at one end. We'll be quite heavy on the redwoods at the other end. I want to make a bit of a monorail artwork bit going on here. Won't be 100% perfect, but I don't mind. Ceratosaurus. Let's produce some. Do they have a dedicated white? I quite want to start finding some dinosaurs that have white and black, red and white skins. Let's see how they turn out. And let's see how some Let's go that one. And maybe 1/3 batch with the red and the grey. Just see how that turns out. And we'll have 2 of each, so we'll have 6 Ceratosaurus in total. There we go. Let's get the first ones out. And while they're airlifting, we'll design the environment. So, we want redwoods for this, don't we? Why aren't they very dense? I don't understand that. Just give me dense trees. Mixing it up on the species of trees a bit, because it's not very redwoody as the Daisetsuzan. It's more temperate, so trying to stay true to the environment. Put down the feeders. On here. And let's make, let's give this actually some rocks. I'm suspicious that that white and red Ceratosaurus does not look white and red at all. I would classify that as yellow and red. Not sure what the rest of you in chat think, but that's very much yellow and red. Not white and red, as I was led to believe. Dip in front here. Yeah, skin previews have definitely let us down. I think it's one of the biggest things I'm disappointed with about this particular game. Like, oh, you can now preview the skin. Woo! Actual, that's an actual good thing. But the skin previews don't have anything to do with how the skins actually look. Oh, okay then. So what's the point? I'd rather have fewer skins and just, and preview of the skin than more skins that don't match. But that's me being grumpy, I'm sure some people would say. We could definitely do with some trees up here, up there, this end, because it's kind of bare. Okay, now down here I want this particular pond to be a bit more rocky. this one, this wall is rocky. To be honest, the biggest disappointment for me is the campaign and chaos theory modes. It sucks how two of the biggest features in the game are so lackluster. I may have to do a video at some point quite soon on the chaos theories specifically, because they were such a touted feature and they are a big disappointment. Now, what I want to do is just put a small line of rock underneath, just for some artificial depth. There we go. Just a little bit. Right there. So it just looks like this continues on, this rock continues on just underneath the river, and then it changes to the sand, and then we want to just put some softer sand at the edge. Again, for exactly the same reason, bigger stones will be deposited in the slower part of the channel. There we go. Just tidy up. I overdid the sand a bit there. Good. See, the snow looks really weird under the water. It just looks very strange. Definitely not many uses for the snow texture underwater. Now, I want this strip to be completely clear. So this one, we can be quite hefty on the mottled snow. I want there to be quite thick trees here. Again, more mottled snow. These quite bare paths have to be relatively clear of snow because the sun's got to them. Don't really want the snow to appear where sort of the sun has been prevented. Of course, that doesn't work for down here, does it? So in that case, we'll make this all sand. Make it just look like a sandy beach or dune. Layer in low intensity rock. Yep. Let's see what the other two next two Ceratosaurus look like. So this one should have been the I think this was the white and orange we were doing. Let's put down some more of these over on this side. Maybe another patch here. Maybe some more of those redwoods down here. And down here. And then in this front, we're going to leave it relatively clear, apart from maybe a patch of forest there. So I want these guys and these guys to have a relatively clear view of what's going on over here. But we can put in some lower shrubs, I think. Again, the key to good looking vegetation is always to layer it. Mix and match the brushes. You need to make this look like it's worn, so low intensity dirt. That's a bit too much. Just to make it look like it's been travelled. Yeah. Hello, Cobra Scully. Welcome to the stream. Put some more of these over there. No, it got rid of my tree. Put a tree in that. Put a tree in that. Thank you. So those are the first. Those are the first two. So this particular one is dead on. This is supposed to be white with orange stripes, and it is white with orange stripes. It's exactly what it should be. So at least that one came out looking correct. Nice. And the last touch. So all the sun has got to those bits. Not there. Not down there. Not down there and down there. Not down there. Yeah. Add a few rocks, and this one is done. And it's only taken me nearly an hour. Good enclosures take time. Why do you think they are lackluster? What did I say was lackluster? I can't remember. I think the skins, wasn't it? I was talking about. Thank you, Cobra. Our Ceratosaurus Enclosure is done. This bit doesn't really fade in very well. It does look a bit obvious. So let's just switch the dirt type. And let's add not too many plants. Just a few. No, I don't mind that. Maybe one patch of trees here. Not going to put any in there for me? Of course not. Oh, you will now. It'll do. Yeah. 1, 5. So this one looks almost identical. See, 5 looks identical to 1. You know, I think there are definitely some... What is the only... There is no difference between 5 and 1. But they're apparently different skins. See, I don't think the skin system is working 100% correct. However, there's our Ceratosaurus Enclosure. So we need to get this, the aviary done. So I'm wondering what to do for the look of the aviary. I'm thinking maybe turn it into something that looks quite tropical. Since this is a fully enclosed greenhouse, I'm thinking something quite tropical. Maybe go heavy on the sand and palm trees. Try to make it look like a beach. Thinking I want these ends to be higher than this bit in the middle. See, you can't lower it. You can raise the terrain, but you can't lower the terrain, which is a bit annoying. We'll go make this don't know where water here. Make this quite hefty in water. Thinking maybe add an artificial rock face to one end, since we can lower the raise the terrain. Yeah, the skin system is really weird. It is. I wouldn't be surprised if we do start getting some fixes for it, because it's definitely not working 100% correct. Is that as high as you're gonna let me go? Okay. Fine. Just put some trees at the back here. Well, we would if, you know, it would allow us to put down more than one. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. So there's our fake little ocean, as it were. Let's make this a bit more of a beach. I wish there was an easier way of editing the aviary. Like, you could just... You get in a top view like this, and it would just take away the roof, so you could actually see what you were doing. Because the only way to see what you're doing is actually go inside, and when you're inside, you're kind of limited. Yeah, we should definitely have better skin previews. Ones that actually work would be nice. Right, so this is going to be kind of tropical, so I want to cover the whole lot in sand. And a little bit of sand down there as well. Have the sand over here as well, but have this as a patch of... let's make that a little raised mound, actually. That's a bit big. That's not what I wanted. Right, raise it. Low slope, low intensity. That's better. That's what I wanted. Put in some normal trees. And by normal, I of course mean temperate. Ginkgos are the closest thing to normal temperate trees you have in anything that's not obviously the temperate biome. You can mix and match them with the seed plants. It doesn't look too bad, but it's not obviously perfect, but it'll do. This side we're just gonna make entirely forest. Nice. And then we're going to make this our little artificial beach, so we'll go heavy on the palms. Ah, we don't have the palm trees, do we? Cycads are probably the most tropical looking plant we have. Ah, man, maybe the leafy climbers. The leafy climbers and the cycads. That'll have to be our tropical plants. They do kind of work, actually. Yeah, they don't look too bad. Definitely more of the leafy climbers than the cycads, I think. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that. We need to hide some of these really obvious ugly bits. And yeah, I like that. Nice little, ooh, itchy ear. Nice little artificial coastline. I mean, I could continue the rocks along this way if I wanted to, but I want to be careful with my piece count. That being said, actually, before I do that, let's actually save this. What's your favorite dinosaur in Jurassic World Evolution 2? Probably the Amargasaurus. Of all the ones they have added, because I don't really think we should be praising them for dinosaurs they've just copy-pasted from Jurassic World Evolution 1. The Amargasaurus is probably the best and my most favourite. Just because it's another niche dinosaur. It's a tiny sauropod. And I love tiny dinosaurs. I think we need Protoceratops and all the other tiny dinosaurs, because not every dinosaur is massive, and sometimes you have a really small area of the park and you just want to put a small dinosaur in there, and it's like, ugh. Yeah, it's not too bad. Right, the fish feeders need to go in. Because every single pterosaur eats fish. Even if one's like Dimorphodon probably ate lizards and meat, but you know, they eat fish. Not going to complain or anything about that, but... And I want to stick a couple of... You'll see why I'm doing this. I just want to give them somewhere else in view of the guests to actually land on. So just creating a couple of little areas, and they will come and sit on these in view of the guests, which I think is a good thing. And I'm glad that viewing tower actually doesn't look too weird. Yes, it looks weird from this side because of the aerial sticking out, but actually there's aerials sticking out of here anyway, so it kind of suits. We'll make this frontage look a bit better, and then it will just look like the viewing tower is part of that building there. But we need our dinosaurs, don't we? So, is this connected? No. No, it is not. Need to give this kind of a entrance as well, put some fencing, I think, down along here. Right, We need more bays. And we need our... I haven't actually produced any of this yet, so I haven't actually seen what it looks like in game. So we'll fully randomize everything. And we'll have 2 groups of them. The Sungaripterus. Sickly and sickly. Well, they don't catch diseases anyway. Right, let's have a look. Oh. Oh, this one is... Oh, I like the coloration on that one. That's very vibrant. That one's a bit bland. It's nice enough. Ah, that's definitely my favourite so far. What's this one? Amazon Rainforest and Papyrana. That's really cool. I love the crest. That crest is really decorative. And this one is Calcorana with the Amazon, which gives a slightly different crest. So if you wanted male and female versions, I suppose you could use those two. And let's have a look at these ones. So this one's nice with crest there and the red. This one we've ended up with almost exactly the same. That one's a nice white. And that one's just a very bland grey, but you know, looking good. Oh, there's a screenshot opportunity here. Excuse me while I just take a quick snap. Bum bum bum. Snap. Yeah, nice. And these were going to live with the Tropionathus. What map is that? This is the
Alpine.
It's not Alpine. It's California. It's Yosemite National Park. Because it was the closest one to that matched the actual real world location. Daisetsuzan. Come on, Tropio. Ooh. That's quite nice. I like the crest on that one. This one turned out almost identical, but with just a bit of a blander crest. These two turned out equally a bit bland on the old body colour. I wish the pterosaurs would flap less and glide more, because in reality that's how they flew. These are flapping way too much. I like the crest on that one. It's really bright, isn't it? I think that's a good level of pterosaurs in here. It doesn't feel like it's too... Oh, look at that. Another perfect picture opportunity there. Thank you, Sungaripterus. Gotta snap those thumbnail screenshots whenever you can. Yeah, maybe that one. These just sort of perch themselves like pigeons. Look at the size of these fish compared to that. It's like that fish is enormous. Oh well. Well, that one. Okay, so there's going to be a few oddities like that happen. That does work though. I think that's a really good little... Yeah, the randomizer does seem to be a little iffy sometimes. You can really see the difference in the sizes between the two of those pterosaurs, can't you? I thought the Sungaripterus was actually a bit larger than that. That's actually quite a small... It's quite small. I hope they're not going to get bullied. Right, we need to design the outside of this operational building. Gonna change it to shopping. And change it to Jurassic World panels. Yeah, we'll keep it the Jurassic World panels. We'll cover up this little side bit. Go with the wood. Go with the Jurassic Park style entrance. Which we'll actually keep in the center. Go with... Oh, we'll go with the trees. And we'll go with archaeology, fossils, key rings. There was an amber. I've seen it pop up. Amber. Okay, we'll go with that. And roof decorations. The old Japanese style thatch. Yeah, that'll do. Makes it look like an attraction. What's your favourite map? I haven't played all of them yet properly, so I don't really have a favourite yet. I think the UK map is too small. But apart from that, I like it. I don't think there's anything wrong with small maps, because I actually quite liked Isla Pena. But I only liked it after the the mods came out to give yourself more building space. That's Isla Pena became quite a good map after that moment. Before that moment, it was a pain in the arse. I think we could probably do some toilets somewhere down here. Otherwise my guests are going to complain to me that there aren't enough toilets in the park. Toilets. Didn't quite phase in enough to hide the windows. Do you need a little bit more? Arizona Nublar 2015. I haven't actually made a park yet on Nublar 2015. It's because those windows are always there. We'll just put the toilet somewhere else. We need to do something though with this to make it look a bit more Japanesey. PA map. Yay. I mean, I would say that most of the maps are nice. The only problem is, again, most of the best features of the maps you can only really access and use if you install mods to expand your map area, so that you can actually make use of some of these really nice decorative locations that they've created. Put some more water in there. Alright, that amount of water will do. Gain, layer the vegetation. I got rid of too many of those. We have maybe... a single one would do, actually. I like that effect of just a single one there. That feels very Japanesey to me. Let's put in decorations down here. I like that actually. Yeah. And down at the front here. Not sure what we'll do down there yet. Let's put in some more trees though. Here. Low health. Let me guess. What's wrong with this one? Stuck in a loop. See, it's stuff like this that they really need to get fixed. It's really, really annoying. And it just makes me want to leave the things to die. Because I get sick of messing around with them. Usually a status check corrects the problem, but... Oh, it's just frustrating. They've given us some of the best aviary and lagoons in the game. In, you know, a park builder. Because I've not seen many park builders do something like this. And then they've given us the worst and most useless possible AI with it. This area to kind of feel like it's protected, or at least guarded from. Of course, doing that's gonna be tricky. It's not too bad. We are a bit more hefty with these guys. It makes it look like it's just a... The fence is not too... Apart from there, obviously. But the fence is not too obvious. Well, I think our aviary looks rather good. Let's change... get these all looking nice. Go with the panels and dead dinosaur. It died. There's a shock. Starved to death. Stuck in a looping animation. Well, it's fine. It's a rubbish dinosaur. It was a rubbish skin anyway, but just a bit annoying. Don't worry, I'm not that callous towards real living animals. Just this game doesn't exactly make you sorry when these things die. You obviously should, but sometimes it's like, if it dies because the AI is bugged, then that's just, it's not even your fault. These are quite Japanesey. Look at that. Same on this side. Should we match it or mix it? We'll mix it, I think. Just for a little variation. Right. By the way, I am sorry there wasn't a proper video this week. See, the next video I'm doing, a friend of mine has agreed to do the editing, so it's obviously it's going to be quite difficult for me to get things made when it's on his timescale. So next video may be a little while. Hopefully it won't be too long though. And in the meantime, I might try and get out another smaller, more simple video while I'm waiting for him. This side. Trees as well. And then we'll do the same here to get the trees. Panels, concrete, not sure as well. I know this is not a particularly interesting stream, but I prefer to take my time with my parks. Even might get a whole park done in one stream. I tend to only get one paddock made in one stream. Yeah, it looks good. I think next week might stream a different game. Perhaps Alien Isolation? Maybe. Or herbal tea. Waffles. That looks nice. I like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. How that turned out. I think I might actually just make this raised as well. So that the Ceratosaurus is in like a crater. Ah, no, but the point was that this was supposed to be above everything, wasn't it? Ah, okay. Yeah. Alright then. Hello, Turbosaur. Kind of need to finish making the this bit up here. Now, why wouldn't you do that over there? That's 3 perfect trees right there. Literally, 1 medium, 1 small, 1 tall. Now, why wouldn't you do that over there? Because fuck you, that's why. Because this game likes to hurt you. It likes to spoil your creations. Phase that one. Into there. Hello, Kangwa. How are you today? Let's see if it's going to do it again. See, and now this time, it only has deigned to put 1 tall tree and 1 medium tree in a gap that's bigger than that one. It's just like, what? How is this? How is this possible? Ugh. Sometimes this game is awfully frustrating. Let's go with the shorter ones. A small sort of seating area. Shut up, Giganotosaurus. I know it's you guys shouting and screaming your head off. Hello, Herman. You've logged on to catch about the last half hour. If you want to see what we've been up to, here is our massive aviary. And inside we've gone for a bit of tropical feel. We've gone for a tropical beach. With some Sungaripterus and Tropicanthus. Difficult to do a tropical feel without the palm trees, but cycads and leafy climbers works reasonably well. And we've even managed to get a viewing tower to work in here. And then outside we have our plaza. And then over here we have our Ceratosaurus exhibit for all 6 of them. None of them, the skins were correct apart from these guys, which were supposed to be white with orange stripes. The rest of them turned out completely incorrect. Yeah, I like that. This area is coming along. Now, I just need to decide what I'm going to do with the rest of the park. So I do want to try to keep this as national parky as possible, which is why I haven't done anything down here. I'm leaving this as empty forest, and that will probably be the only place there won't be forest will probably be down here in this underneath this signage. So I don't want to be too heavy. I think I might have a monorail over here somewhere. So we are asking people to do a lot of walking now from the entrance, which is all the way up here. This is our entranceway, overlooking the Dippy enclosure. So yeah, I just need to think about where I want to expand the park to. I also want to do something behind this mountain. Or even perhaps on top of this mountain. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, let's just finish doing the design work down here. I think it's time we put in some viewing areas for the gigas that are down here. Now, if I put one in, let's see, there, and another one there. And now what we need to do is connect the fencing up. That's a little... Go with... we'll connect it to that bit there. Need to make sure there's a bit in the middle. That's annoying. Oh well. And now all we have to do is line up the front fence here. I really want some lower level fencing. I hope the fence mod for Jurassic World Evolution 1 is brought back for this game, because we really could do with it. This is going to give me one that's stupidly oversized again, isn't it? Right, well. Where's the... There you are. There we go. Ooh. Flop. I really like how we get the viewing galleries in the other side in that shot as well. Only oddity, of course, is that it does make the place look like it's suddenly out of a Skyrim dream realm if you go to view the viewing gallery. But at least from the outside, it looks perfectly normal. Anyway, that looks better now. We'll stick something in the middle here. I'm thinking... what am I thinking? Can we do... Might be quite tricky to pull off. Sure, everyone's already figured out what I'm trying to do here. Oh. Oh. Ah! Maybe... Doing it way around will work better. No, doing it that way around did not work better. Yeah. No, that just looks like two squished ghosts. I may have to work on my yin-yang designing. But I think what I will do instead is just make this into a sort of Zen garden-y sort of thing. Aren't they supposed to sit together? Yes. You know, my yin-yang skills are not good, so... Hence why I got rid of it. That looks okay. Can we get one tree to grow in this little patch? Yes, we can. Maybe two? I'd like something a little more central if I can have it. No, that's too much. Just give me... Just give me... It just wants to put a tree in there. That's all it wants to do. Fine. I will accept a singular tree there. That's too many. There we go. That'll do. Sometimes less is more. Yeah. What are you up to, Giga? Roaming the fence lines. It's almost as if it's trying to look for an escape. One in there, right. And a couple more, please. Just put a couple in there. There we go. Better. Yes, shouty, shouty, screamy, screamy, Giga. Okay then. I'm happy with that. It's not bad. I mean, it's not Evo level of path arting, but it's acceptable, I think. It's not decorative path. I don't do decorative path art very often. It is functional path art. Not going to put a single tree in there for me, are you? Oh, you will now. Okay, then. Nice to see that they still haven't finished the fix to the fact that the fish leave the lagoons. I suppose they'll get round to that now that they've corrected the fact that the pterosaurs don't escape from the aviary anymore and that the velociraptors have their teeth back. Honestly, I don't even know how they broke the velociraptor teeth. I mean, how do you break the teeth of the model just by doing a patch which did nothing to the raptors at all? So bizarre. It's like they got Bethesda in to do the patch. Oh, you'll put 3 in there. You won't put 3 in here. Oh, yes, you will. Okay. Fine. I shall design those at another time. And at another time, I shall have to think about how I'm going to expand this park. But next weekend, I shall probably play something different. Because I could do with a break from Just World Evolution 2, since I'm going to be doing videos on it soon. So I may play... not sure, actually. Might do Alien Isolation, might just do something random and new. We'll see. But I think I am going to pause it here, since it is nearly 2 hours, been going on for 2 hours. And I don't want to start the next part of the stream, next part of the park, until the next stream. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you everyone who did... Someone accidentally deleted the Raptor Teeth 3794 file. Shake my head. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Well, thank you everyone who did tune in and did come in with suggestions for the park. And like I say, the next video from me may be a little while, but I will still be doing streams every week. If you're new to the channel and haven't yet liked, commented, subscribed, do ask you do so. We're up to 321. We've made up nearly 100 in the first 2 weeks of January, so we're really proud of that, and we're hoping that's going to continue. So if you are new, please do give us a subscribe and comment and like and all the other usual YouTube stuff. But for the time being, I'm going to say good night to everyone. Remember to stay safe, and I will see you in the next stream and or video. Bye bye.